Assalamu alaikum dear students. So let's continue our chapter, that is chapter number 11, magnetic materials. So in the previous video lecture we have seen and we have derived so many things, so many formulas. Now as it is the last video lecture of this chapter, so as I said you in my last video lecture that in the next video lecture I'm going to tell you more about permeability, permittivity and susceptibility. So here we are having the definition of permittivity. So basically the permittivity is the property of the material which measures the opposition generates by the material in the development of an electric field. It is explained as the ratio of electric displacement to the electric field intensity. So this is the definition of permittivity that we have studied in electrostatics. Now what is permeability? So basically permeability is the property of the material which supports the formation of the magnetic field. The temperature, field strength, field frequency and humidity affects the permeability of the material. It is represented by mu. So this was the definition of permeability and previous one was permittivity. Now let's compare both the terms. So comparison chart I'm having here. So first we are having permittivity and second is permeability. So this is the comparison between permittivity and permeability so that you can easily understand what is permittivity, what is permeability, what is the difference between them and what are the terms. So see, as by the definition, the permittivity measures the resistance offered by the material in the formation of electric field and it is denoted by epsilon. Now permeability. The permeability measures the ability of the material to allow the magnetic lines of force to pass through it. So this is the permeability and it is denoted by mu. So by definition, you can compare permittivity and permeability and you can understand what is permittivity and what is permeability because I have explained you just now. Now, what are the more comparisons? So here, ratio of displacement field strength to the electric field strength. And what more? Its unit is Faraday meter, Faraday per meter. Its work is what? Polarization. Then the permittivity of the free space is 8.85 Faraday per meter and it is used in electric field and it is the term of electric field and it is used in capacitor. Now permeability. As permittivity is the ratio of displacement of field strength to the electric field, so permeability is the ratio of magnetic field density and magnetic field strength. Now SI unit, it's Henry per meter. Permittivity is what? Faraday per meter and permeability is a Henry per meter. Now what is the work? It's magnetization. Permeability magnetize the material, so it's and permittivity is polarize the material. Fine. Now what is the constant value of permeability in free space? So here we are having the permeability of free space is 1.26 Henry per meter. It is used in magnetic field. Yes, as permeability is in magnetic field and permittivity term is used in electric field. Now where it is used? It is used in inductor and transformer core. So these are the comparison between permittivity and permeability so that you can easily understand what is permittivity and what is permeability. Now after permittivity and permeability, we were having one more new term that was susceptibility. So before that, let's conclude this permittivity and permeability. So here I have concluded that the permittivity and permeability both are the concept of the electromagnetic theory. What is electromagnetic theory? Yes, as by the word electro and magnetic, that is electric, something is related to electric part and something is related to magnetic part. So as permittivity and permeability both are the concept of electromagnetic theory. The permittivity is related to the formation of an electric field and the permeability is because of the magnetic field. So this is what I have concluded here. Now let's move on to the next term, that was the susceptibility. So basically the magnetic susceptibility denoted by chi, yes, this X term is nothing but chi, is a measure of how much a material will become magnetized in an applied magnetic field. This is very simple definition. It is the ratio of magnetization, that was capital M, yes, and magnetic moment, yes. See, what was the magnetization? Magnetization was magnetic moment per unit volume. So basically magnetic susceptibility is the ratio of magnetization to the applied magnetizing field intensity, that was H. So basically we can say that chi is equal to M upon H, and both are the same actually. See, magnetization and magnetic intensity, it's both the dimension is equal or same, that's why chi is the dimensionless property term. So, and yes, in the last video lecture we have concluded one formula, that was M is equal to chi H, because magnetization, it is found that the magnetization is directly proportional to the magnetizing field intensity H. So if we have to remove the proportionality sign, so we have to take some constant, and that constant was nothing but chi. So here I have completed this chapter, that is chapter number 11, magnetic materials. So in your textbook there is only one numerical is given. So let's see the solution of the numerical, or what is the question. So let's see that questions also. So here we are having question number 6 on page number 264. This is only the one question of the numerical part is having in this chapter. So let's start with this. An electron in an atom is revolving round the nucleus in a circular orbit of radius 5.3 into 10 raised to of minus 11 meter with a speed of 2 into 10 raised to of 6 meter per second. Find the resultant orbital magnetic moment and angular momentum of electron. We have been given radius, that is 5.3 into 10 raised to of minus 11 meter. We have been given the speed, that is 2 into 10 raised to of 6 meter per second, and also we have been given the charge on electron, that is E is 1.6 into 10 raised to of minus 19 coulomb, and mass of the electron, that is M is 9.1 into 10 raised to of minus 31 kilogram. So these things are given and we have to find orbital magnetic moment and angular momentum. That means we have to find small m orbital and angular momentum, that is nothing but L. So as we have discussed the formulas, so let's see which formula we are going to use. So let's have a solution for the question number 6. So first of all, as usual, after reading the numerical very carefully, or the whatever question is given to you, we have to start writing the datas. So in that, first of all, we have been given the radius, that was r is equal to 5.3 into 10 raised to of minus 11 meter. Then we have been given the speed of electron, that is v, is given as 2 into 10 raised to of 6 meter per second. Then we have also been given charge on electron, that is E is nothing but 1.6 into 10 raised to of minus 19 coulomb, and mass of the electron, that is Me, or M you can have Me, that is the mass of electron. It is given as 9.1 into 10 raised to of minus 31 kilogram. So these are the datas, and we have to find, first of all, we have to find L, that is the angular momentum, and also we have to determine orbital magnetic dipole moment, that is small m, but as it is orbital magnetic moment, so we are going to write small m orb, that is orbit. So this is we have to determine. Now to find the angular momentum, that is L, the formula we are having, it is nothing but mvr, that is the mass of the electron, speed of the electron, and r is the radius. So we are having m with us, we are having v with us, and we are having r with us. So what we have to do, we have to just substitute the values. So here 9.1 into 10 raised to of minus 31 into 2 into 10 raised to of 6 into 5.3 into 10 raised to of minus 11. Now minus 31 plus 6 is minus of 25. Minus of 25 minus of 11, so 25 minus 25 minus 11 is nothing but minus 36. So first we have to do, we have to simplify the equation. So let's simplify all the powers. So finally we are having 10 raised to of minus 36, and the remaining is what, 9.1 into 2 into 5.3. okay, this is 5.3. So when we multiply all these values, so finally we are having, that is 9.1 into 2, that will be 18.2. 18.2 multiplied by 5.3. So finally we will have answer as 96.46 into 10 raised to of minus 36 will be as it is. Now what we can do, we can shift the point and we can have our answer, like if I'm going to make it 9.6, if I'm going to shift the point 9, if I'm going to make it 9 point, so it will be a 9.646. See the fourth digit, it is greater than 5, so what we can add 1 to the previous number, so finally it can be written as 65 into 10 raised to of, as I am shifted the point towards the left, so plus power will here and plus 1, so the minus 36 plus 1, it will be 10 raised to of minus of 35, and as it is angular momentum and we are having MVR, so kilogram meter square per second. So this is the final answer for the part 1, that is the angular momentum of the electron is nothing but 9.65 into 10 raised to of minus of 35 kilogram meter square per second. Now what? We also have to find orbital magnetic moment. So here orbital magnetic moment, the formula for this is nothing but M is equal to E upon 2 me, that is the mass of the electron, into L. See, the relation between orbital magnetic moment and with angular momentum is nothing but this, where E upon 2m is nothing but, yes, E upon 2me, this ratio is called as gyromagnetic ratio that I had already explained you in my previous video lecture. So as usual, we are having value of E, we are having value of m, and just now we have done with the value of L also. So let's substitute all these values. So finally what we can have, that is m is equal to E is given as 1.6 into 10 raised to of minus 19 upon 2 into 9.1 into 10 raised to of minus 31. Let's make a bracket, and L just now we have done, that is 9.65 into 10 raised to of minus of 35. So minus 19 and minus 31. Minus 31 is in denominator. When we take it into the numerator, so minus 31 will become plus 31. So minus 19 and plus 31. So minus 19 and plus 31, yes, plus of 12. So 1.6 upon, now see, 2 multiplied by 9.1, that is 18.2. Yes, into, we have done the simplification of this part, minus 19 and 30. So finally we are having plus of 12. This is the term in the bracket. 9.65 into 10 raised to of minus 35 is as it is. Now 1.6 upon 18.2. When you divide it, so we will have 0.0879 into 10 raised to of 12 into 9.65 into 10 raised to of minus 35 will be as it is. Now what you can do here, you can apply log here also or here, it is up to you. So when you do the first of all, let's simplify this power, plus 12 minus 35. So finally what we can have, yes, plus 12 and minus 35, yes, 23, yes. So what we can have, minus of 23. So when you multiply 0.0879 into 9.65, that is 0.0879 into 9.65 power, which as it is. So finally what we can have, if you multiply all these values, finally we can have 8.848 into 10 raised to of minus 23 will be as it is. And if I'm going to shift this point, let's make it a line here. That is L. So finally we can have m orbital is equal to 8.48 into 10 raised to of, see, I'm shifting point to the right side, so minus power will increase as I have shifted only 1 point, so minus 1 power will increase, so minus 1 minus 33, it will be minus of 24. And as it is it is magnetic moment, so unit of the same is ampere meter square. So this is the answer. Yes, so this is the solution of the question number 6 of your textbook on page number 264. So finally here our chapter, that is magnetic material, is completed.